What up, everyone? It's the DCEU podcast, man, and I'm going to break down the news of Wonder Woman 1984 being released simultaneously on both HBO Max and in the theaters. Now, thanks to the pandemic, we couldn't go see this movie in theaters at the intended release date back in June. And by the looks of how things are, even though most theaters are open, chances are that most places aren't going to open them anytime soon or will be shut down again. So, people at Warner Brothers decided to release it on HBO Max. And, that's cool. We get to see it finally. But at the same time, may give us a glimpse of what's to behold for the next year or so, however long the coronavirus pandemic will last. Because like in the Disney Plus, like they've done with both Mulan and soon to be their movie Soul, other movies that are intended to release next year may end up being released on streaming services all over. So that means, depending how things go, we may end up having to watch the Suicide Squad on HBO Max, or may have to end up waiting much longer. Which I, for one, as a fan, I'm eager to see it, but as a moviegoer, I like to go to the theater, have the theatrical experience of watching it, in a dark room with a big projector, eating popcorn, which you can do at your home, so if you invest in a projector, but like in an actual theater building. On Twitter, it has been shown the schedule release for Wonder Woman 1984 throughout the world, starting on the 16th of December, all the way until the end of March. It will have the release dates of all the different times for all the different countries that this movie will be shown. For here in America, we will be seeing it on December 25th, right on Christmas, 1 month from today. So, that's one Christmas gift that Santa isn't going to bring us, but Warner Brothers instead. When the movie releases, I intend to go see it in the theater, with the necessary precautions, of course, wear a mask and all. But I also wouldn't mind watching on HBO Max, and depending how good the movie is, I'm probably going to watch it like more than once on HBO Max. For the theatrical release of Wonder Woman 1984, they will be in the theaters for only 2 weeks. So for all of you who intend to go watch the movie, try to make time and see it as soon as possible in the theater if you don't want to do HBO Max. As soon as I watch the movie, my next podcast will cover a review for it and some Easter eggs and what could have been improved or needed to be added. But at the same time, I'll be expressing my opinion about how I'm finally able to have seen this movie ever since I've heard about it last year, before all this pandemic stuff hit. Especially because online they've released some new pictures of Wonder Woman 1984. Each one of those stills look like it's going to be one epic fight after another. There's so much I'm eager to see about this movie, from like how Steve Trevor survived, if this is going to be really like part of the main DC storyline, or if it's going to be like a certain branch of a different universe, since they're going to do parallel universes now, or like what, and like how this would probably set up or affect the upcoming Flash movie with the Flashpoint paradox. Like somewhat much can be writing on this for future DC movies. And what I'm especially hoping to see is whether or not Cheetah will survive or not, because at least in most DCEU movies, the bad guys don't get killed off as often as, say, they do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they're using them to like set up like other future installments or like future story arcs. So with her living, I'm hoping she would join the Injustice League. Hoping that they really will. Who at the Injustice League now that they've went to a completely different direction. I'm still hoping. I still want to see that. At the same time, I want to see like how this is going to affect the next Justice League movie. Not the Snyder Cut, but the official sequel. Like with Wonder Woman's new armor, like are we going to see it again? Or say if Shazam from Shazam were to who joined the cast of Justice League, like in the Wonder Woman 1984 trailers, we see her swinging on lightning bolts with the lasso of truth. Maybe with Shazam, he can shoot up like a bolt of lightning for her to swing on when she's falling to her death. You know, that something like that would be really awesome to see. And something I just want to point out is that besides other DCEU movies, this could probably lead to like other movies to be released on streaming services. So for you Marvel fans out there, Black Widow may end up on Disney Plus. I mean, there's been debates on it online, so you know, if this happens to Wonder Woman 1984, this could also happen to that movie, or like any other intended movie to release, like say Godzilla vs. King Kong. We'll have to wait and see if we don't get like a cure to the pandemic soon, or like be a little bit more lenient on the lockdowns. Well, that is all for this episode. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to tell someone in Hollywood about me. Maybe they can find me a job working over there. And happy Thanksgiving to you all. And thank you. Goodbye.